Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dad Games Badly. We are back today with NHL 20 with the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim franchise mode. Season 3. We had just finished off the draft and had made some interesting picks. So let's just take a quick look here. So Getzlaf is staying, Sam Steele is staying, Lundestrom is staying. We can finally get rid of Bacchus, Johnny Brodzinski, not a guy we are looking to keep, so we'll get rid of him as well. Chase DeLeo, anybody here? Caldwell, Dominic DiSalvatore. So nobody here that we picked up in the last draft. Comtois, Milano, Taylor Lear does not want to come back. That is okay. Agazino does want to come back, but we're going to release him. And Jack Kopaka, of course, is going to come back. Let's take a look here at right wingers. Apparently, we have none in the system. There we go. Alright. It's not the first time I've seen it do that, so give me 1 second here. There we go. Alright, Keeper Shearwood, Nick Baptiste, Carter Rowney does not want to come back. That is okay with me. Ryan White can go, and Sorensen. I mean, probably just gonna let you go too, bud. I think Lindman was in this past draft. Yeah, he was our second round pick. Probably not this year. Holmstrom was a second round pick as well, and Bakanov was last year in round 7. So, defensively, why do you have to do this to me? That was literally right there. Goalies, Gibson, Stellaires. He wants to come back at 27. Niederberger. I think we just picked him up to have somebody extra. Brennan, Chubasov, and Lampman. Not really looking too high there, so we will keep Stellaires and just give him a max deal for 2 years. That's perfect. There we go. Defensively, it fixed itself. Alright, so Hampus Lindholm and Josh Manson are here for another year at the very least. Josh Maher we're going to keep. Roy, I believe, was our first round selection this year. 6'5", two-way defender, absolute beast. He will be making the squad this year. That's 2, 4, and 6. And yeah, it's medium top 6 already. So we will offer you your entry-level contract, sir, and Christian Jews does not want to come back. I'm not paying that for a depth guy. I'm sorry, Christian. Hag, Weidman does not want to come back, and that's okay. And Branson, I don't want you back. You are terrible on my back end. Hill, 66 at 20, medium 7, not going to go anywhere. Booze was in this year as well, 4th round. Schultz. And I believe we picked up, Peltola as well this year. Mika Peltola. 17 years old. He will not be on the team this year like Roy was, who got picked a pick afterwards. But we got the 2 guys that we wanted. I don't remember picking those 2 picks, but hey, I will take it. So what I'm going to do is I will jump cut, I will go through, and then we'll go over and take a look at who re-signed, who we're leaving on qualifying offers with $35 million in cap space. And I don't believe anybody was super, like Getzlaf wants 6 mil. We can save a little bit of money on that. Sam Steele, probably going to have to pay him. Lundestrom as well. So let me take a look at what we're going to do, and then I'll see you at the end of the contracts before we hit free agency. Alright, so we are back. We've got some things to do. Give you a quick look here at the contracts. So, people that needed to be signed. Sam Steele was re-signed 5.475 for the next 4 years. Tarasov as well as here. Lundestrom is still RFA. I think we're going to dangle that carrot a little bit and see what is available for the 21-year-old. Chase DeLeo, Quinn Byfield, and Moran all rounding out the bottom there. You've got Rule Kopaka re-signed on a 1-year deal. Max Comtois re-signed for fairly cheap on a 3-year. Sonny Milano for 2. Max Jones is here for 2 as well at 1.3. Nick Delorier. Kiefer Sherwood signed a 1-year deal for 1.775. He and Kurt Lazar signed a qualifying offer. Defensively, we brought in Josh Mahura, 2.175 for the next couple of years. He will still be RFA when that's over. Aiden Roy is here on his entry-level Hag and signed a qualifying offer. Looks like neither of these guys wanted to... Oh, no, sorry, Nelson and Schultz both signed qualifying offers as well, just to kind of fill it out for the year, which is perfect. And then goaltending we saw hadn't really changed. So we are going to look into free agency. Now, there is someone who was there that you did not see. Whoo, Ryan. $6.5 million. Well, I don't know if Ryan Getzlaf is coming back. We have $27 million, but we need to worry about the right side. Alex Chazon is here. How does he fit? Bottom 6 forward lines. Kobe's back, 4-2. Let's see. Pominville, Josh Anderson. Justin Williams could fit on the first line. Matt Calvert, Zach Austin Reese. Alright, well that doesn't really help us out. Left wingers, anybody? Forward line 2. Well, I'm going to offer a contract to Ovi. I'm going to offer him 9.25 for 2 years. I know it's a lot, and I know it's on the left side, but we technically do need somebody on that left side anyway. Brendan Saad, and then center-wise, top guys, Getzlaf, Eric Stahl, and Lundestrom. Lundestrom wanting 5.5 to 5 teams interested, I think is just us. Check here. Yeah, it's just us. It doesn't show the other team interested. But we'll wait and see what happens with him. Anybody else here that looks promising? Not really. Lundestrom, Barbashev, Troy Terry, and Jonathan Dolan. All are RFAs. Troy Terry's not terrible for a 2A, but I'd rather take Lundestrom back if that was the case. Let's just take a look here. Left wingers. Hirose, Ernie, Dominic Cahoon. I mean, not really anyone there. And then we've got here nobody. So defensively, any promise? Bufflin is there, but no thank you. Zrodov, Shillington is RFA, as is Devon Tays. Sorry, Devon Tays. And goaltender-wise, you're looking at an undrafted medium starter. He's a little low for 25, so not going to risk signing him even on that cheap for 1 year. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's much hope for us. So I need to fill out one there. So I need 3 right wingers. Alright, let me see what I can do to at least get some depth on that wing. Josh Anderson would be great to have. So who do we go for? Do we go for Josh Anderson? Where's he going to fit on our lines? Forward line 3. what? I might sign Williams as like a depth for 2 years. How much do you want for one? Yeah, I'll give you that. And that'll do that, and then we're just gonna sim a couple days here. Actually, before I do any of that, I have to do scouting, and I have to do everything else. So who do I need? I'm missing 7 scouts, 3 in the W, 1 in the O, so I need 1 O, USW, NLA, eval. I need Dell, extra. Is that it? SHL, Liga, Russia. Oh man, I need quite a few. So I need 7 scouts. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's it. So let's just go here. So we need a OHL scout. Who do we want here? A minus. Prospect Discovery. Claire Del Cole. We'll go to you. Just toss you a little bit extra money. That's checked. Q, I don't believe we need anybody. No, we have 3. USA. Perfect. Sorry, I have more than enough money to get the people that I need to get. Right, so Europe. I need at least 1 Europe. Yeah, perfect. So, snag you, Luis Hilbert, and Greg Martins. So, check. And then we need to go to Scandinavia. We're going to go with Andreas Trigg. Backsman. That. I need a Russian scout. That's that. And then coach-wise, I need head coaches everywhere. So, fun. Alright, I will see you in a bit once I get that all figured out. Alright, we are back. Just in a few days, got the scouts, coaches signed, players have signed. So we're looking at Raquel, Henrique, Steele, and Tarasov. In the system, Lundestrom, Byfield, and Moran. Not too bad. We still need a couple centers, I would say. Probably going to sign Lundestrom at this point. Ovi, Comtois, Milano, Max Jones, and Nick Delorier, and 3 down there as well. So we'll be looking at getting our depth guys here in a minute. Williams, Sherwood, Baptiste, and Michael McCarron. Lazar and Kindop. And defensively, 2, 4, 5. And up here we've got 2, 4, 6, and 7. Alright, and then goaltenders, we are good. Gibson and Mike Smith. And Stolaires and Dostal rounding it up. So I will see you in a minute after I get some depth guys signed, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's take a quick Alright, so here are the lines we're going with this season. Adam Henrique, Sam Steele, and Marcus Tarasov rounding out that first line. Comtois, Raquel, and Ovi on the second. Lundestrom, Quinn Byfield makes the team. And Justin Williams on the third. Kiefer Sherwood, Max Jones, and Sonny Milano doing what they can on the fourth line. Pretty deep team. Lindholm and Aiden Roy up on that first pair. Josh Bahura and Josh Manson, the Josh line. And Jacob Larson and Brendan Goulet on the third pair. And then, of course, in goal, you've got John Gibson and Mike Smith. scratched. We've got Drake Caggiula, Troy Brower, and Jordy Ben just kind of giving us a little bit of depth, grinding depth, fourth line depth. Caggiula's got some scoring ability, so I'm not super concerned if I've got to put him up there. Like, he's not great. He's at a 13-goal season, but he's got the best shooting stats out of everybody. Yeah. He can make something happen if we put him in a good position. For juniors, or for the minors, I guess we've got... Oh, hit the button. Thank you. Benoit Olivier Groux, Antoine Morant, and Nick Baptiste. That will be the Quebec line. Jack Kopaka, Chase DeLeo, and Kindop on the second. Chris Lazar, Jordan Wheel, and Michael McCarron round out the third line. Nick Laurier, Rhett Gardner, and Kyle Clifford grinding it out there on that fourth line for us. Defensively, Axel Anderson, Jimmy Schultz, Josh Brown, Casey Nelson, Haig, and Follin. And in net, Stollers and Dostal as well. Dostal is now a 75. Hopefully he gets a little bit more help this year, and we can do what we need to do. Now, with our captain gone, Adam Henrique has become the captain. I'm going to unassign that, and I will give you a Y, sir. I think this year we are not going to have a captain. I think we'll take a year off of having captain. You can't replace Getzlaf just like that, so we will do it exactly like that. We will take a look here at what's going on. We are hopeful, unfortunately, hopeful in San Diego as well, but I'm not too worried. I do not want to edit lines. I wanted to go to assign scouts quickly, and we are just on line for our scouts, so let's go ahead. Russia, Liga, SHL, EBEL, Extraliga, NLA. Okay, Forrester, you can go to the Dell, confirm, and then I will just leave you there, 2, 2, 3, and 3. And did I have someone in Russia? I did. So, looks good to me. I could drop a European scout, but I'll just keep them. It's not really the end of the world unless... Nope. Let's take this Martins and take a look and just see where the most players are this year. Dell, EBEL. NLA has 22, 25, and we've got almost 30. So we're going to go extra in the EBEL this year. Not bad. Our coaches and everything are all set up, ready to go. Unfortunately, coach isn't the greatest. There wasn't a lot of option this year. There's only like 5 coaches available in the whole league, and we had 2 of them. So I brought Martin Versteeg back to be our head coach. Pat Chan was there as well, but we had let him go, and I believe it was a gentleman we brought in as an assistant or associate coach last year. A bit younger, better grades, so we just went with it. Marvin Versteeg wants a 9-game trial with Quinn. Oh, Aiden Roy trial. Promise. Okay, thank you. Try my hardest. Okay, are you going to do that with Quinn too? David Savard for 2 seconds. I don't think we really need the defensive help unless David Savard is on a cost control deal, 2.78 for the next year. However, 81 overall. All defensive ranks. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'd rather keep my 2 seconds there. We did end up keeping Lundestrom. Nobody was very interested in him, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look here at our overall statistics. 91 offense, 89 defense, and an 87 goaltending. That's actually not that bad. I would assume we'd be closer to contender on that. You know, maybe we will be if Aiden Roy grows a little bit this year, Quinn Byfield grows a little bit this year, and goaltending does better. Wasn't really much that we could have done for goaltending either, because we can only really get a backup, and we'll see if Mike Smith can hold out by January what happens. I did want to check quickly just where Getzlaf ended up. I will come back in a second when I find out. Alright. Well, I found Ryan Getzlaf. and he is a member of the Detroit Red Wings. So let's go ahead and quickly sim through the preseason here. No, I don't want to trade you Bakanov. Is Bakanov any good? He's a low 9, 58 overall at 19. And I can move up around. Yeah, I'll take that trade. That was actually a good trade. Jacob Larson, okay, continue. Another win, an overtime loss, a loss against was Aiden Roy. Was injured. It's been a one-game injury. You get a lot of those in the preseason. And salary cap compliance, I think we're good, but I should double check before we get any further ahead of ourselves and screw ourselves for the future. We are within 12 million. Yeah, I think you have to be within 20, I believe. Projected spend, projected cap. Oh, I hate that. Where is it? The offer sheet compensation? No. It's not free agents. It's not hire staff. Cap space. Yeah, I think we're good. $9 million in retained salary. Alright. Not too concerned. Let's just go ahead and sim to that regular season. Ovi had 10 points in 7 games. Did the scouting assignments. Just go ahead and advance. Advance. And then I want to see Ryan Getzlaf on this Detroit team now that the preseason is over. Ryan Getzlaf, third line center. How much are they paying him? $6.76 million for 1 year. He'll regress. He's still a second line forward, but he's definitely not going to be worth that money next year. So I'm glad we did not re-sign him. He honestly doesn't have a spot on this team. So not too concerned by that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the season. I will see you in January, you know, unless there's anything else that comes up. Meetings, I will bring back the coach meeting here in a little bit, because I know he will want to say his piece. And anything else, I'll make sure you know. Alright, so Marvin Versteeg is back. Looks like Aiden Roy is injured. He says, given the circumstance with Aiden being injured, I get that you can't fulfill your promise anymore. Thanks for understanding. I just hope for a speedy recovery, which is the truth. No morale change. We will take a look at how he has done edit lines manually. Let's go defensively. Lindholm. Let's get Jordy Ben in here. Substitute in all lines. Then we'll move Goulet up. How has he been? Not great. Might just be that pairing, because Jacob Larson has not been great either. We'll see how that goes. And offensively, just take a quick peek. Max Comtois is not living up to the hype, but we'll figure that out. Maybe we move. Byfield only has 3 points. So I wonder if I did this and then put Lundestrom here. We'll make that small change, and I'll see you soon. Alright, we are back January 1st, 2022, sitting at 24, 15, and 1 for 49 points, first in the Pacific. Way behind the Preds with 61, the Jets with 56, so third in the West. I mean, the Atlantic's doing a lot better than us. Metro, not so much. So, we're about, so top 2, 4, 2. So 8, we're, yeah, top 10. Ninth best team in the league, followed closely by the Colorado Avalanche, 4 points below us. So I've had to make a few changes. There hasn't been too many injuries for forwards. As you can see, clearly there is one person who is missing, Mr. Alex Ovechkin. We'll take a look in on him here in a minute. Adam Henrique with 28 points in 40 games could be a little bit better. Sam Steele with 34 and 40, and 29 for Tarasov. Max Comtois with 16 points. Okay. Raquel with 45. Really should be on that first line. Quentin Byfield with 20. Sonny Milano with 10. Isaac Lundestrom with 24. He's missed a few games. Justin Williams with 19. Drake Kajula with 2 in 5, but is a positive player in 7 minutes of ice time. 9 points for Max Jones. Not a positive player, but that's okay. Kiefer Sherwood, 10 points in 10 minutes. So basically a point per minute on average. And then defensively, Hampus Lindholm, most of our injuries have been on the back end, so Hampus Lindholm has missed a few, but 22 points leading the team there. Our new young stud defenseman, Aiden Roy, 12 points, 10 penalty minutes, plus 8, 25 minutes of ice time in 38 games. Jacob Larson has missed some, no, he hasn't missed some time, but 6 points, not doing so great. Josh Manson, not doing too bad himself. Brennan Goulet and Jordy Ben. I'm going to make this change here because these two played really well together, and I am still got one injury that we're dealing with. So, and then goaltending wise, wrong buttons. Gibson had a little bit of an injury, not doing too bad. Mike Smith holding it out for him. And then, of course, if we go and look at some quick stats here. Just take a look at how Ovi was doing. 39 points in 35 games. Him and Raquel were working quite well together. And then, goalie-wise, Stolarz came in and had some good games, but I think we might need to move him in a minute. And Josh Mahura has been doing quite well, but he is also injured at the moment. So, not doing too bad. Not going to make many changes here, if at all. And just kind of get into it. I haven't seen if there's anyone available for trade on the blocks. Care about my block. Holes to fill, though, there aren't really many. We're a pretty solid team across the board. Let's go. Oh. Gators matching block, no one. Boston's got nobody worthwhile. No. Jonathan Toews and Andrew Shaw are available, no thank you. Martin Kautz available, but at 22 and a 79, he actually might make it. Two-way forward, how you doing this year, Martin? 2 games played. Have you been playing the AHL, or are you just a depth guy? So last year, 45 points. Okay, so you're kind of up and down. You wouldn't be terrible as a depth guy, but I've got enough depth, and I don't know what I'd be willing to give up for you. Columbus, Ryan Murray's available. All defensive pairings. Gudis does not. Okay, that would be an interesting pickup. Is he a righty? He is not. That's the only problem. I'd rather another righty to kind of even some things out there on the back end. Jason Robertson is available. Not having a terrible year. 20 points in 34 games in the AHL. Everyone else there can go away. Getzlaff is available. Not a surprise. James Neal. Holy. Detroit just pay out the butt for garbage players. Xavier Bourgeau is available. Philip Broberg is available. But at 20 and a 73, medium top 4, probably not going to be worthwhile. Perfetti would be nice, but he can't play this year anyway, so it'd kind of be like what we did last year. Shattenkirk and Tanev, Tim Heed, Atu Ratu, not too concerned. Like, great players that would be available, but I'm not giving up picks and prospects and what have you for that. Chris Kreider, Spezza. Kreider's had 23 points, a third line guy. He's still got that speed. Kreider wouldn't be terrible, but I just feel we have so much. And how many years do you have left in that contract? 1 year left. Oh no, that's the wrong guy. 6 years. Yeah, no thanks. Not gonna happen. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Samuel Poulin, no. Come on. What you got? Chris Russell, Osterley, no thank you. Cal Foote, no thank you. No thank you. Niels Hoglander, no thank you. Derek Engelland, Rochette, Ehlers, and Little. Ehlers would be nice. How many years you got left on that? 4 years on a $6 million deal. But $6 million for an 80 overall player? Like, you're better than that, buddy. You definitely are. But your physical is horrible, buddy. Just push you off the puck. Alright, so I didn't see anybody I really wanted to waste picks and or prospects on, and I don't think... Where are we? Draft board. What picks do we have available? 2 seconds, a third, 2 fourths, fifths, and sixths. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. Probably hold out until the trade deadline in March. See what's available then if we need anybody to help us make a push depending on injuries and what have you. So I will go ahead and see you March. No, come on, why do you have to do it? Mid-February. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Alright, we are back. Leading the Pacific still, 35-22 and 5 for 75 points. Fourth in the West. Pretty much about the same spot we were in before overall. Just going to go ahead here and take a quick look through lines. I don't think we're going to make any changes, honestly. We've been doing fairly well. 49 points for Henrique, 58 for Steele. Starting to pick it up a little bit, which is nice. 38 for Tarasov, not as great. Ovi's been great. Over a point per game, as you can clearly see. Raquel, as well, has been amazing. Byfield has been doing fairly well after getting a little bit more minutes. He's almost up to 17 a night. Max Comtois, 32 points in 13 or 12 minutes a game isn't too bad. Lundestrom is doing fairly well as well, same as Justin Williams at third line. Like, I'm getting goals and I'm getting points everywhere. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Defensively, Lindholm has been great. Aiden Roy has been amazing. Josh Mahura has also been very good. Josh Manson, Jacob Larson, and Jordy Ben have really made this team. Brendan Goulet might be on the outs next season, and Jordy Ben looking at another contract. As for goaltending, let's take a quick look here. If I can hit the right buttons. Gibson, meh. Mike Smith, better. Can't be too upset with that. Dostal, meh. And Stellaires has been doing quite well. Well, he did better with us than he did, but he's only played 2 games, so. And then on top of that, if you take a look here, anybody that we could bring up, Morand with 45 points in 48 games. He'll probably be making that team next year for sure. Let's see who else is here. Kopaka is a 76, 20 points. Not as great as we had hoped. He's got the power, he's just got to work on accuracy. And unfortunately, he's always only ever going to be a 2A, but he's thinking fast. And then defensively, don't even get me started on that nonsense, because there is no one at this moment. So I think we're just going to keep going. I don't think it's worth making any trades. Keeping Goulet as depth is going to be beneficial to us. We have the cap space, so we're not really concerned. First and 2 seconds, we can definitely move up if we see fit in the draft to snag the one that we want. So I will see you in a couple weeks, or about a month and a half, it looks like, and we will see if we've made the playoffs. All right, we are back at the end of the 2021-22 NHL season. 82 games in the books, 45, 30, and 7 for 97 points, clinching the Pacific title. Unfortunately, we are third in the Central still. Actually, we went up one, so that is good. Kings, Canucks, Flames all make it as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at stats, team leaders, all that fun stuff. We'll just go straight here to the entire league. Your league leader, the Florida Panthers, President's Trophy champions. Wow. Toronto with 110, Nashville. So we should be at number 9 exactly. So we haven't really moved up and or down. That is okay. That is okay. So anybody miss out? Caps miss out. Chicago misses out. And all of those beauties down there. St. Louis still not doing very good. Columbus, Minnesota, Edmonton, and St. Louis, and the Islanders round out your bottom 5. Columbus really tanked this year, it seems. Points-wise, Alexander Ovechkin with 94 points. Richard Rakell with 94 points. Sam Steele, 72. Henrique with 71. Williams with 55. Tarasov with 55. Lundestrom. I think Tarasov, how many did you have last year, bud? You had 49. So you did better. Less goals, more assists. Your shooting percentage was way down, my friend. But hopefully we can see some changes. Lundestrom was good. Byfield was 33. Aiden Roy was 27. Was a positive player. Byfield was a positive player. Like, I'm not really too concerned. Goulet did fairly well. Kajula, Brouwer. Probably not going to bring any of those guys back, but damn sure as hell Jordy Ben will be back next season if he's still alive and not retired. Gibson, Mike Smith, and Stellaires. Stellaires has played some more games and has not done very well for himself. Oh, this will be interesting to say the least. Actually, that's a lot. One thing I want to look at is injury report. John Gibson returning May 6th, so we probably won't see him, and Byfield is out until April 16th. So we are going to have to rely on Mike Smith moving forward. As scary as that is. It's like we're up to face the Dallas Stars first. We'll quickly sim through the first 2 games. We get a loss against Dallas, 6-5, and a 4-1 loss as well. If we're going to get swept, we're going to get swept. It's kind of hard. Edit lines manually. Get Quentin Byfield back in here. Kajula, goodbye. Byfield, bring you here, sir. There, that is perfect. He didn't seem to go down. AHL season has ended. We did get swept, unfortunately, in the first round. Our playoff hopes have not been great, but the best that we can hope for is that our AHL team does, and we get some growth from our young guys. That's 2 wins back-to-back. Head coach replaces that player, and we win it in 4. Perfect. We will just go ahead and go. We beat the Ontario Reign. Edit lines manually. Let me just go ahead and throw Hag in here quickly. No, that was in the right spot. Defensively, Hag, Nelson, Schultz, Brown, Benoit. Benoit, get out. Perfecto. So we get a win. We get a second win. John Gibson. You can just do that because it doesn't matter anymore. Head coach replace the player. Continue. There we go. So we won that one, I believe, in 5. Looks like. Oh, yeah, in 5. They won 1. So we'll go ahead and take on the Iowa Wild next. We'll head and see how that goes. Don't care about draft rankings. 3-0 win. Alignment manually. Let's get Schultz back in there. point. I mean, I'd rather that, in all honesty. Antoine Morand. Shoot. So we're going to best lines this. And hope for the best. Oh. The coach replaces player. Third round is over. Looks like we are taking on the Hartford Wolfpack for the Calder Cup Finals. 7 games. We lose the first, win the second. Gruel is injured, which is a shame. Lazar is back. I will put him back in. What's your face-offs, McCarran? A 73? Yeah, that works. Well, we take 2 losses, 3 losses, win, and a loss. We lost in the finals, unfortunately. Winnipeg wins the Stanley Cup, and Hartford Wolfpack wins the Calder Cup. So let's go quickly take a look here at champions, trophy-wise, awards, all that fun stuff. NHL Winnipeg took on Florida, and looks like they won that. McKinnon winning the Art Ross and the Hart, Ryan Ellis winning the Norris, and Seguin winning the Lady Byng. Gonchar winning the Calder in Minnesota, Kyle Connor winning the Conn Smythe. The Vesna and the Jennings go to Bob Morrissey winning the Masterton, Ferlin winning the Jack Adams in New Jersey, Selke going to Ryan O'Reilly, of course, Ted Lindsay going to Nathan McKinnon, and the Richard going to Tyler Seguin. Can't be too upset by that. Let's just take a quick look here in the AHL. Oh, there we go. Individual awards: Senshin, Hamlick, Tyroning, Martin Kaut winning the. Yeah. Nope. No awards this year, unfortunately. That is okay. Can't really do much about that. We will sim straight. Actually, hold on. View contracts. Well, we have a little bit of time. Let's see if there's anybody we can re-sign quickly. Raquel wants to come back. He wants, ooh, $9 million with 32 next year, buddy. I don't know about that. That's a lot of money for a 30-year-old. Jordan Wheel, don't care. Left wingers, nothing. Sherwood and Clifford don't matter defensively. Lindholm, Manson, and Goulet. We're going to try and trade Goulet's rights. But let's see what kind of contract is going on. 3.75. I wonder if I get him cheap. What do you want? 1, 2. Lindholm wants 6. And 4. Alright. Give me a second. I'm going to try and lock up these guys at the very least. And goaltending wise, it's just Mike Smith, so I'm not really worried about that. So it's just defense and Raquel, but I got to think about what we're going to do with him. Alright, well that is great. Both Caden Goulet, or Brendan Goulet, Hampus Lindholm signed for 5.8, Josh Manson signed for 4.1, and Goulet signed for 3.2. So I was able to use the 85% trick on all of them, which is fantastic. It really does help out. The only other person I would be looking at would be Mr. Raquel. I would like to sign him. I don't want to sign him for that much, so I'm going to see what I can do. Just bear with me 1 minute, okay? So with the 85% trick, I should be able to get him for 8.5 for those years. And let's just quickly sim ahead a couple days while we've got them. Come on, Richard. And he resigns for $8.5 million on an 8-year deal. So I think we are quite set for the next couple of years offensively. I would like to shore up the backup goaltending position. I would like to shore up a couple other things on the bottom 6. Probably looking at getting rid of somebody like Brendan Goulet here at the draft and moving up. Just take a quick look here at kind of who's got a spot. These guys, Lundestrom, Byfield. Byfield did great this year. Like, I'm not upset with that. Kind of moved him around a little bit, kind of figured his stuff out. That is fine. Left wingers. Actually, let's go all unsigned players, all skaters, and see if there's any major growth. Yeah, Mika Peltola will be on the team next year for sure. Lidman, probably not. Moose, no. Ekmark, I mean. Caldwell will get signed. Yeah, he could definitely have a spot there. And then goaltender-wise, some growth. Chubasov is now at 65, actually, so that is interesting to see. Maybe he is behind Dostal next year. We will definitely find out. Gibson and Mike Smith is gone, that's for sure. Home, you know, doesn't really matter. Stolaires, probably look to trade him at this point as well, now that Dostal is kind of coming into his own. So let's just go ahead and get to the draft. Not what I wanted. 1 second, please. Wow. So the New York Rangers jump from 8 to 1. Ottawa jumps from 13 to 2, and the Islanders jump from 5 to 3. The Islanders now have 1 and 3 in this draft. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. Retired players, did we lose anybody? I don't think so. Justin Williams did leave. That is okay. You know, couldn't be happier for the guy. You're looking at Thornton, Marlowe, Williams, Pominville, Kessler, Erickson, Jokinen, Backes, and Phaneuf. Goaltender-wise, Schneider, Chad Johnson, and a bunch of nobodies. Phaneuf, Bouwmeester, Ham, Hughes, Coburn, Andy Green, Stahl, Derek England. Yeah, a lot of old names, and I think for us, I think we are only losing... Oh, we lost Troy Brouwer as well, but that's okay. Didn't do too bad for us. Alright, so we'll go ahead and continue sending to the draft. Justin Williams becomes a coach, and Joe Thornton as well. Trevor Lewis and Andy Green become scouts. That's huge. Anaheim, we don't lose anybody there, but do we lose anybody? No. Continue simming. Not worried about trading right now. Let's just go ahead and jump into this draft and see what's available. 2 is available. What do you want for that, Ottawa? Let's go. Skaters matching block. Is there a Goulet in there for you? There is. Yeah, right, like I'm going to get rid of any of these peoples. Lundestrom did really well for us this year. And I would rather move on from somebody... No, Sonny Milano's not going to do it. How was Sonny this year? I mean, for 10 minutes he had 24 points. Like, that's not terrible for a fourth line guy. Comtois had 28. I don't know how well he fits on this team, though. Yeah, he's kind of like a 30-point guy. 25, 30-point guy, and he's averaging more minutes, and he's not doing any better. So if I added, let's say, Comtois to this as well, Where does that put us? Not great. And then rookie goalies, you don't want any of those. Draft picks, a third. You want a second next year. Okay, what if I just throw in that second 53? Too far off. Alright, let's see if that these two will work as well. Too far off. Okay. What if I drop this and that on you? Okay. About 3 seconds. If I add that on instead, and then I throw in 56 and a 5. Okay, so it's going to be a third then. Cool. I will take that. And we will sim this pick to number 2. Konopka, medium elite, 74 or 84 overall. Oh my goodness. Well, unfortunately, he was not available to us. Quint is NHL ready. A Tarasenko comparison. He is a two-way though. Keener, Wes Keen, Nick Backstrom comparison. I don't really want another center. Brad Lambert, Patrick Kane, beautiful. Brent Burns comparison. Shane Wright, Sean Couturier comparison. Savoy. Gocher. Okay, so we definitely want somebody here. So my options are, I don't want to go for Lambert or Wright or Savoy just because of who they are. And Wes Keen seems to be 107 points. Loyalty is a concern though. Brent Burns, physical's a little bit bad. 18 minutes a night, so he wasn't even playing full minutes, and then Quint's only playing 14. But he is a two-way. Alright, well, we are going to go with Wes Keen. He is an 81 overall, and we will sim to the next pick here, which is ours, because I don't really care. Keen, Quint, Lambert, yeah. Cole was a 78, Wright was an 81. Take a look here, 89. Yeah, he's definitely not that good, but he is. Brad Lambert. I mean, that playmaking ability is ridiculous. Brad and Shane Wright as well, ridiculous shooting, but he's a playmaker. But went to Edmonton, so they have another center. Let's go ahead and make another pick here in the second round. We've got Cody Carlos, who is possibly a medium elite. I may take him. Jesper Norquist, no thank you. Carlos, how many years are you out, buddy? You're 3 years out, though. Kirby, no, let's just do this quickly. Yeah, nope. Shanaru. Who's this guy? Matanen. And McBride. Alright, well, I think I've got a couple picks in here. If not, I might move up and snag those guys. Carlos was a 63 medium 6, jumping to 96, so I don't know if those guys will become available to us. Let's see, what do we got? 69? Yeah, no. Don't necessarily know if I want them. I do want Christian PRV though at 79. Maybe Grossman. nobody else is really standing out to me except these goalies. Kind of saying, I don't know, this guy's confirmed medium elite, so Christian Payarvi is who we're looking for. We're looking in the 70s. We are, God knows, 54. Third round, let's go to, we got here, Calgary, 71. Alright, we can stand to go a little bit further past Calgary there. Not much, though. Shoot, where was Calgary? Calgary, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 78. We're going to trade with Washington here for 77. If I give you 96 and 151, does that make too far off, eh? No. I don't want to do that. So if I give you 151 and 153. What? Skaters matching block. Anybody down low that I don't care about? Sherwood or Clifford? Really? If I give you the 7th. Sweeten it just a touch. Too far off? What are you talking about? I'm not giving you... There we go. Jesus. Was it that hard? Sim 277. We are going to snag this goalie, Payarvi. He is a 57 overall, not terrible. Let's just go ahead and sim to our next pick. 118. I think there was another goalie around this area that we were interested in. Yeah, sure. I guess the other goalie had gone. Medium fringe. That's okay. Just want to take a look here. Hale. No, Grossman. Is it Grossman? Low? York? No. I don't remember his name. No big deal. Let's just go ahead and jump to 153. See what's available out there for us. Probably Nikola. We are probably just gonna search by potential at this point. Bonino. Who's this? AHL top 6. So it's either take a chance on me. I don't want to take another goalie because I've already, he doesn't look that good. Makinen is a little bit later, it's 153. I'm going to take, I'll take Mikkola. Low 6, that's fine. Sim to pick 180. Get here. Rensfeldt and Koivula. So we'll take Rensfeldt here. Bottom 6. I'll snag Koivunen. He's a low 6. Our last pick of the draft, we will pick oh wait, I know exactly what I'm gonna pick. No. Yu Sato, the Japanese player from the Quebec Remparts. He is a low top 9. We will sim the entire draft at this point and call it a day. Keen and Payarvi. Carlos, I don't think was that great. I don't quite remember. But Keen will definitely make the team next year. Looks like Pajot went to St. Louis from the Islanders and some picks. Some more picks from Boston, the Rangers. Other than that, not much going on. We will sim to the re-sign phase. Let's take a look. Looks like we got 4 scouts leaving us. And we have a bunch of players that need to be dealt with. But I believe... Actually, I don't think we have a lot to do. We have $19 million in space. Keener is going to make the team. Might look to move on from even Sam Steele. I mean, he does have 72 points last year. I'm going to take some time to think this over because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. Left winger, Usato, no, is the righty? Carlos was a medium 6, so yeah, he wasn't terrible, but he's a couple years out. He was the best player we could have grabbed at the time. As well, Piola will be making this team, considering we've got 2, 4, 6, and Mr. Ben here. He does want to come back, and having him really did help out, so it might be 2, 4, 6, and Ben. Axel Anderson staying down another year. Or we let him go. We let Ben go. Ben go. But we will find out in the next one. So thank you for tuning in to NHL 20 Franchise Mode with me, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.